It isn't hard for me to believe that 20 years have passed. But I think that's partly because I've had children and my daughter is now 22 years old, my eldest. And so much life has happened to me, um, that, yeah, it absolutely feels like 25 years. And actually for us, it's 27 years because that's how long it was since we started making the film. So yeah, kind of amazing. Over half my life I've been talking about Titanic and whether Jack could have fit on the door or not. My most vivid memories, honestly, are that it was we had incredibly long, tough hours for everybody. So we had to shoot 6-day weeks, which was very difficult, particularly when we started working at night, because of course the ship sank at night under the night sky, famously clear night. So we had to have perfect weather with no wind at nighttime. And 4 months of our 7.5 month shoot was at night. So that's really hard when your one day off is a Sunday. Basically, we'd get home from work at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday. We'd get to sleep and then maybe go and have a bite to eat in the evening. And then on the Monday, we'd be back to work again and back in the same cycle of the nights again for 6 nights straight. So when I look back, quite honestly, and for most people who were a part of the making of the film, that's what we all remember. It was really very tough on everybody. Well, I had seen This Boy's Life and I had seen Gilbert Grape, and he had made Romeo and Juliet, but it was only just about to come out. Um, but so for me, I was working with this incredible young actor who everyone was talking about in the way that people used to talk about River Phoenix. Leo was that. And I was not that at all. And so I kept thinking, oh my gosh, how have I done this? How am I here working with this amazing young actor? And we were just very good friends, and we really had to kind of look after each other and look out for one another, because it was hard. It was tough. Everything about the shoot was difficult for everybody, whether it was weather conditions or how long the hours were, the length of it. A lot of people were away from their families for a very long time. Case in point, me, I was away from my family for 7.5 months and I was only 21 years old, so that was very, very hard for me. So I think in the absence of families and friends from home, we really kind of clung to each other right away, Leo and I, because of that. And it was amazing working with him. We were just very similar how we thought. Our sense of humor was really similar. Both wanted to do a really good job. Yeah, so we just had kind of like similar upbringing, similar backgrounds, parents who would drive us around to drama classes and, that kind of thing. So we were kind of cut from the same cloth in a way. And neither of us trained, not professionally trained. So just that thing of feeling a little bit like we were kind of these lucky street urchins was an amazing feeling. So, and I think that's probably why we're still such good friends today. The biggest challenges in making the film, actually for me personally, was keeping up the American dialect because I'd never done an American accent before. And I had a coach who was there every day, actually, who I still work with to this day whenever I have to do American accents, is someone I've now known for 27 years, named Susan Hegarty. She's absolutely wonderful. But I look back on the dialect that I did in Titanic, I hear myself speak and I'm like, oh God, okay, no. We could have done a lot better. I'm like super picky about it now. And I love doing accents, especially the American accent. So I'm like, oh God, that could be, wow, why did we let that one slip through? That was not good enough. So I just remember feeling like everything had to be perfect all the time. How it looked, the hair, the face, the costumes, the dialect, the performance. We had to be at the absolute best on our A game every single day, all day. And when I look back, actually, that really was the hardest part of it, is that, you know, in amidst all of these special effects and the ship and so much going around us and tons of extras and stunt performers and all of that, Leo and I could not blow it. If you didn't believe in Jack and Rose, there was no point.